All right, so today marks the day where all the narratives officially die. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is, man. I'm about to let loose, and we got to talk about a few things. Now, one of the main things that you guys see in the comment section, this is not exaggerated. You guys see this in every PlayStation video I do, whether I'm breaking down, specifications or what the system can do outside the box or whatnot. You have the, the Xbox dudes acting like they're PC dudes all of a sudden. That's funny. It's funny. I always found that weird, right? You had Xbox dudes who talk about PC gaming, but then when you ask them to buy a PC, they go, oh, it's too complicated, right? But yet they're so quick to mention and quote PC as if they're actually qualified or know what they're talking about when it comes to the actual PC space. Well, today's the day we're going to see and really test that narrative to its fullest. That's for damn sure. So, one of the main things I've heard and one of the main things I've seen, again, was this whole 12 T-flops nonsense. Dude saying that the Xbox Series X was in a league of its own. It's the most powerful piece of hardware on the market right now, and it was going to outperform most gaming PCs for the near future. Well, Nvidia came back and slapped everybody back to reality. Those who believe this narrative and those that continue to push this narrative. Yes, Nvidia legit slapped all these dudes back to reality. And the sad part is, I tried to warn you prior. What did I say numerous times on this channel? Do not overhype T-flops. Talk about what? Games. You should be worried about games on the box. And now we have confirmation that not a single game has been running on Series X, right? There's been no games running on Series X, aside from one. And that was the worst showing of all time, and that became a meme. But there was really no games. The games that look good, right? None of these games were running on Series X. They were all running on PCs with 2080 Ti's in them. So, with that being said, again, you had dudes saying that the Series X was going to outperform a 2080 Ti. And with the very game, their flagship game, which was running on a 2080 Ti, right? Or, I'm sorry, was running on a system that outperforms a 2080 Ti, supposedly, right? That game looked like Play-Doh, looked like trash. Didn't look next gen at all. But of course, dudes are damage controlling this. I had fun yesterday, guys. I had fun. Yesterday, I had to a small little mini debate. I was laughing at the stupidity in this community. You had dudes actually believing or talking like this who believed that Halo Infinite was never going to launch in the shape that it was shown. Yet, he tells us that the delay was always going to be on the table. First of all, Halo Infinite, this is another topic, but, again, Halo Infinite was going to launch in that state because it was going to be one of those fix-it-yourself type of games. That game was going to be fixed over time. That's what was going to happen with Halo Infinite. They weren't ready for Halo Infinite. They were going to add all those key features later over the years. Ray tracing, all that was going to be added onto the game. Ain't no damn, they weren't ready to launch that game. Or I'm sorry, they weren't going to delay the game. No, they were going to do that because they had all their eggs in that Halo basket. So let's keep it 100 for once. For once in this community, can we keep it 100, please? Moving on. Now that we got that out the way, let's get back to this power narrative. So, dude said the Series X is going to outperform most gaming PCs. Okay. Nvidia came out with the 30 series. Now, those of you that know, the 30 series has been going around in this community for a minute. Everybody's waiting for the pricing. Everybody's waiting for the specifications, what they're going to be doing. Well, we got confirmation. Now, let me tell you, man, their entry-level card, and keep in mind, this graphics card is $500. Let that sink in. $500. This entry-level graphics card from Nvidia is outperforming a 2080 Ti. 2080 Ti. I was about to say Super. 2080 Ti. So you're gonna get that out of the next gen, out of these new graphics cards. Their highest end, which is the 3090, is pushing 8K graphics with deep learning super sampling. Yeah, there is no comparison at this point. Xbox Series X is in the bargain bin. And the reason why I see Xbox Series X in the bargain bin is it goes right back to the entry-level price. Do you really think people see an incentive to buy an Xbox Series X in 2020 going into 2021, 2022? Absolutely not. Let me tell you why. Because Microsoft has made it very clear, and they're pushing this like it's the gospel. They want you on PC. They don't care about the box. And dudes want to damage control and say it doesn't matter. It does matter. Xbox Series X is not worthwhile. You don't need the Xbox Series X. They're pushing PC. All their games are going to be on PC. Why do you think all their games are running on PC to begin with? They haven't shown you anything running on the box. Let me tell you why. Because they want to avoid disasters like Halo Infinite. That's why. The Xbox Series X is already irrelevant. It's trash. It's trash. It's not worthwhile. I told you guys this prior. Stop hyping up power. Hype up the games. And now we got all their games on PC. How ironic. There is nothing on Xbox Series X. Nothing. $500 entry-level graphics card, and you don't think people are going to choose this graphics card over the system? You were in for some rude awakenings. Let me tell you guys something. You were in for a rude awakening, especially since the way games have been looking on PC when it comes to Microsoft. Full, access in terms of customization with the graphics, everything. They don't care. They gave you full customization. They gave you the best port ever when it came to Gears 5. They don't care. They're treating PC gamers like first-class citizens. So obviously, a PC gamer's going to look at that. They're going to double up on Game Pass. They're going to buy the new 3070 card and keep it moving. That's what they're going to do. $500 graphics card shit on this next-gen system. And what's funny about this too, remember, dudes are saying that Xbox Series S can outperform a 2080 Ti. The 2080 Ti is about $1,200, give or take. It's like $1,200. Yeah. Like $1,200. If the Xbox Series X is outperforming a $1,200 graphics card, what the fuck? What price point did you think you were going to pay for this system? Because let me tell you right now, it wasn't going to be $500. It wasn't going to be $400. It was going to be higher than $600. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. You guys got slapped back to reality, and I tried to be the guy to tell you to stop. I tried to catch you. Break your fall. Dudes want to act like they know everything. Okay, I sat back. Now look at you. Reality hits you. Now, let's flip this back to PlayStation for a second. Like I said before, PlayStation 5. One of the biggest aspects for PlayStation 5 was the asset loading, right? Was the high I/O throughput. Well, how did Nvidia respond to that? Very simple. Nvidia has announced that they are going to be using RTX IO. This is their new this is just basically their same thing, but they're loading it. This is their new trademark for their feature, which is basically the same thing. Them loading assets and whatnot. Okay. Now, if you want a comparison of how they run, right? Xbox Series X puts out about 4.8 gigabytes. That's how much assets Xbox Series X can load through the I/O throughput. Okay. PS5 does about 8 to 9 gigabytes through the I/O throughput and its storage and whatnot. With the new RTX series cards, which is the 30 series, they're pushing 14 gigabytes. That is insane for the next gen, for the new graphics card. That's insane. Sony didn't even have an issue to worry about, right? Because they were already in a league of their own with the PS5 versus Series X. Series X going to have, better looking games in terms of the, multi-plat range, right? They'll have those multi-plats and whatnot. Those games will look good. But Sony's going to close that gap easily with the way they're pushing assets. Microsoft, though, again, in terms of this multi-plat thing, they're not going to have the overall advantage when it comes to that. It's going to go to PC. But again, maybe they'll outshine PS5. Maybe. But it's hard to say at this point. Hard to say. So, yeah. Narratives destroyed in like one video. Told you guys, man, it's all about the games. And this is where Sony shines. And you already know where I'm about to go with this. How many games have we seen running on PlayStation 5? Virtually every game has been running on a PlayStation 5. We have confirmation of games that's going to be in the launch window and launching on the system. We know all this. And we're supposedly going to get a show this month for PlayStation 5. So, yeah, it's definitely time to hang up the boots. It's time. Now, to end this video on another topic real quick, just to throw this out here, just a quick one. Very, very quick. So, excuse me for a second. Let's go ahead and get into that. Somebody on Twitter posted this. His name is Brandon. He posted, and I quote this right here. He says, "I got a new controller for my Xbox since mine was broken. Interestingly enough, the Game Pass Ultimate Trial Code sheet mentions the unannounced Xbox Series S. It's definitely a thing." So, with that being said, here's my reaction to this. Microsoft, you lost the power advantage, right? You don't have this power narrative. You have no games at launch. You got no games running on the system. What the hell are you doing? Get out here and get the Xbox Series S in the eyes of the public. What are you doing? What are we waiting for? Xbox Series S needs to be showing now. Needs to be showing now. People are questioning if this system is even launching with the Xbox Series X. People are wondering if this thing is even coming out now. It's time to show it. What are we waiting for? There's no excuses no more. Showcase the box. End the suffering. Seriously. It's not even funny. End it. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. That's my thoughts, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Sound off, man. See you guys on the next one. Later.
It's Judgment Day.